I'm on vacation, so there's no time for doing anything. You can sleep when you want, you can eat when you want, you can shower when you want, you cannot shower when you do not want. And therefore, we take our walks whenever we want. Most of our times are most of the times when we take our walks are the unpopular times, like it's neither morning nor evening, it's somewhere in between. And therefore the places that are generally earmarked for walks are out of bound. So the parks are locked at that time, and then we have to resort to nicely sheltered roads with nice greens and nice houses that you can look at and feel the heat a little less. And that's what Gautam and I do. We take our daily walks at odd times, but we ensure that we have found one colony which has these things, which has, comparatively lesser traffic, a lot of green trees, and nice houses that we can look at and feel happy that we live in a nice neighborhood. There's also a school that falls in our walking track, and usually there are police people, or at least security people in white and khaki, which makes me refer to them as police people, who are guarding the 2 or 3 gates of the school, and they have a desk and they have a chair on which they sit, they have a register, and they have a pen. Now, pens, for a very interesting reason, are Gautam finds them very fascinating. If he sees one, he has to pick it up, he has to check how it works, whether there is a cap, whether it's a click pen. And then he has to do that a couple of times, and then he put it dutifully back. The strange thing is, this pen can be in a person's hands, in his pocket, in his mouth, on his ears, wherever, and this person can be a stranger, a familiar face, but all that meets Gautam's eyes are the pen. He doesn't care whether he's supposed to reach out and grab the pen, or whether that is socially inappropriate. So 2 days back, I saw him, while he was walking past this desk that one of the police men or security guys had. I saw him very, very casually pick the pen up on the desk, open it, put it back, and this police guy was bewildered, and he just took it back from Gautam's hand. I was standing a little away, still deciding in my mind whether to intervene or let the transaction take its own course without my mediation, just to see how the world and Gautam interact with each other. I would, of course, have intervened at a rocket speed had I seen any kind of a physical or an emotional threat. And then this gentleman was able to intervene successfully, and he took his pen back, and he was happy that he had his control, and did he have a frown on his face or not? I do not know. He just looked at peace, that he has restored the order. Gautam was also reasonably satisfied that he was able to hold the pen, feel it, and then surrender it, which he would have anyway done had he not intervened, had this gentleman not intervened. And I, in my mind, from that moment, after every realization that has struck me in the last 23 years, started toying with possibilities and suggestions that would be the right intervention for a situation like this. Should I be doing this? Should I be asking him? Should I be scolding him? Should I be telling him? Should I be approaching the policeman? And all these things on my way back, and even after going back home. One of the things that felt very constructive and felt right in my head was, should I have a cape or a scarf or a visible, just kind of a drape kind of a garment made for Gautam, which says, I'm autistic, and, if you find my behavior odd, don't worry, I won't threaten you. Or some kind of a very crisp and a clear message, so that people, if they find his behavior odd, they know why it was, and so they don't take a drastic step. So I've been toying with this idea, wondering whether it'll amount to labeling him or, make him feel conscious or defensive about it, or would it be constructive? Would it be a constructive measure where we are equipping the world to deal with the situation in a healthy and a constructive way? And this has been going on in my mind for the last 3 days since the incident happened. And today, around noon time, when we set out for our unusually timed noon walk, as I approached the school where this gentleman would be sitting, and I'm this time ready to intercept Gautam, preempt his movements, and perhaps even prevent, or even if I allow him to take the pen, do I explain something to the police officer? Even as I'm doing all of that, what I see is that the same gentleman whose pen Gautam had grabbed, and he was standing there, brightly, lovingly, with warmth, smiling at me. And he was explaining the whole incident to his friend or his colleague who was standing next to him. And I was so reassured by the quality of the smile that he gave me. Reassured that, without my having to do anything like put a cape, put a label, put a plank or whatever, and identify Gautam and his situation and explain it to them, he, in a manner that I hadn't even noticed, understood the situation, was dealing with it very, very sensitively by throwing a smile at me, the caregiver, to a person that maybe he assumed that I was his mother or, a close family relative. And just that. And once again, like the many, many, many untrained supporters that I've had in this journey, people who've had no clue about autism, who've had no idea about what to do when they are, dealing with somebody like this, but who have just had a friendly instinct, a very, very sensitive and an instinctive response. I still say that the intention for inclusion lies in their hands. It is not in mine. It is not in the hands of the trained. It is not in the hands of the skilled. It is in the hands of those people who do not have a structured response to this situation. God bless them, and may their tribe increase.